Hi again, and welcome to Trainers Tips. I'm John Kennard, editor of trainingzone.co.uk, the UK's leading community of L&D professionals, and today I'm going to be talking about 5 tips for engaging audio. Okay, first up, vary your voice. Sometimes it's nice to listen to the kind of voice that makes you want to drift off. Stephen Fry reading Harry Potter, for example. But in business, for a podcast or short piece of bite-sized audio learning, you are the sole focus, apart from everything else that's distracting your delegates, of course. So make sure you talk like you're not reading off a script, even if you are. Speak like it's a conversation, albeit one where you stick to one train of thought. Let your voice go up and also go down, and anywhere else you want to take it. Just make sure it isn't monotone, as there's no quicker way of losing your audience. Secondly, ask questions. This is a great way to show you're thinking like your audience. People will be listening to your content for insight and info to solve business problems. So crowdsourcing the content with questions from the audience serves both you for content and structure, and your audience for the questions being answered. This also feeds nicely into the next point, which is use analytics. This is another great way to provide answers to your listeners' problems. If you're short on things to talk about, or people are a bit backward in coming forward with questions, have a quick look at organic keyword searches in Google Analytics. If you're doing a regular podcast, close the show with a call to action to get involved. Some people may not realise that it's a two-way street and a conversation rather than just a broadcast. Fourth, have a co-host. It's not essential, but it is often useful to have a wing woman or man. There are plenty of great one-man audio shows, but having someone else to bounce ideas off, contradict you, provide an additional perspective on a certain topic, can prove to be a winning formula. Also, it's a lot easier to convince people to co-host a podcast than it is to co-host a video series. Hearing your own voice is a lot easier sell than watching yourself on TV. And if you can't get a regular presenter, get a few guests in to debate issues with you or offer an expert opinion slot. And finally, keep it short or split it into chunks. As with most media, the shorter the better is recommended. If you have a lot to say, split it into manageable chunks. Even suggest a learning schedule for people to digest the info. Frame your audio as suitable for a time of day, such as lunchtime learning, tea time tidbits, or something like that, and listeners will be engaged more quickly, knowing the learning isn't so onerous and can fit into their daily routine more easily. Thanks for listening to Trainers Tips. See you next time.